we did an album reaction recently that you might have seen. That's most likely why you're clicking on this video. And we thought that, you know, for you it might have been a little bit difficult, and albums in general, to grasp it all at once. So
Yeah, it was a real challenge.
yeah.
I think this particular album more than the last one we did. Yeah, so I actually listened to the album again, and it did definitely grow on me second time around.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it did. To a certain degree, you know. Yeah, I enjoyed reading some of the lyrics again, and hearing the songs again. I could sort of distinguish one song from the others more.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think, I'm thinking as far as the music goes, I think it was the second song, Shame on the N-Word. That song, the music, appealed to me the most. It was super funky. It almost sounded, it had those really, really kind of nasty, dirty, almost sax sounds. Almost like a James Brown funk type of thing going on. That was really cool. I
Yeah,
like
it
that.
is.
And then, was it Dirty Old Bastard? Is that the guy who's singing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought his voice went well with that music and just with the content of the song.
Just sort of chaotic.
Yeah, I really like that number. That might be my favorite on the entire album.
No way.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, that ranks sort of in the middle.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Other song. Well, another song that stands out as far as them being braggadocious about their skills and stuff. I like the song about. It's got chess in the title. What was that again?
The Mystery of Chess Boxing.
The Mystery of Chess Boxing, because they refer to different forms of kung fu,
Yeah.
and then they relate that to their ability on a mic and rapping. So that was cute in a way, and it incorporated the theme, kind of that idea of the album, where it's, you know, all these guys love those old kung fu movies. So I thought that picked up on that really well. I like that. But I think as far as the content of the songs go, the lyrical content, I think the one CREAM,
Cream?
yeah, appealed to me the most, because it's I forget who the rapper was.
Spectre Deck is one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
He or if it's someone else, it's not a narrative really, but he talks about his life as a younger person, you know, dealing drugs and all of that, and then he gets incarcerated and he comes out, and I think he goes back to that life, and then he what was it now? He comes to the realization that life is tough. No matter how you cut it, life is tough. And there's pain in life. So you just have to apply yourself. You just have to put your nose down and work hard to get ahead. And that he wants to, you know, tell the younger people of his community that that's what life is for many people. So to me, that song had a real message behind it. So I like that.
Distinguished itself from the others, I guess.
It did, yeah.
It's pretty tight. There are two verses and that chorus, right? It doesn't. A lot of the other songs have verses from a whole bunch of people in the crew.
Right.
But that song sort of hones it in.
Yeah.
So I think it's effective there. What did you think? So you've talked about a few songs now. Did you enjoy what they were sort of trying to accomplish, I guess? And what I mean by that is, or maybe you know what I mean by that, sort of like just flexing their muscles with their lyrical ability,
okay.
in context with the 93 and maybe music aside. Because I think you enjoyed the beats.
The music was great.
Yes?
The music was really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really good. Yeah. So, you know, the song Cream was a departure from that braggadocious stuff. Okay, let's go back. We did that song by Rakim from 87.
Yeah.
And he's quite braggadocious there. And I loved it. I love that about the song.
I ain't no joke.
Yeah, and his choice of words to convey just how great he is. I like that. And then I liked it on this song, Masters of Chess. Is it?
The Mystery of Chess Boxing.
Mystery of Chess Boxing. And then, one or two other songs, I thought, okay, that's great, they're doing that. But I found that theme to get a little bit too repetitive for me, really.
Was that a matter of just the theme getting too repetitive, or you thought they weren't... I know the lyrics are hard to understand. Do you think that might have been part of it?
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, Kai, I probably catch, maybe 50, on a good day, 50% of less than 50% of the meaning, So yeah, if I knew what the cultural references were, and if I knew what more of the lingo meant, I think I would catch the wordplay better. I'd catch double entendres, right? Yeah. And all of that stuff that I only caught a smidgen of, a little bit of.
Yeah.
So I think if I were able to flesh out my understanding of the lyrics, then I would probably be more impressed by their lyrical ability, even if the theme was still that theme that I just mentioned.
Right.
Being confident.
Maybe would get a little less tired of it.
It would be.
But even so, maybe you think it's a theme that was sort of exhausted.
Yeah, I think they exhausted it for me after 2 or 3 songs. It was
after 2 or 3 songs, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's move on, guys. Let's hear some other themes. And they did touch on some other stuff, but not to the extent that I kind of would have liked, I think. The lingo, it's interesting. This is a totally new art form for me. Well, as of 3 months ago, when we started our channel.
Yeah.
And like the lingo is so important to really understanding the art form, rap, right?
I know when you...
No, I was going to say...
Yeah, sorry.
I remember once when I went out for beers once with this group of Irish people. And they were all Irish. There were like 8 or 9 of them. And me, right?
Yeah.
North American dude. And their conversation had so many cultural references and so many almost like insider jokes that only Irish people would get. I was totally lost.
Even though you speak the same language.
Even though I speak English and they would speak in English.
Wow.
Yeah. So English is a very diverse language, spoken all over the world. So I've got a bit of a hill to climb when it comes to understanding.
Me as well.
You too?
Yeah, me as well. I mean, it's come to the point for me where there are so many little things that I can't even if I wonder what I might mean, I just sort of try and put it together, realizing that I might not fully be able to, but there are so many things that I just can't search them all up, even.
And one of the rappers will say a word or say a phrase, and I'm trying to understand it, and I think, okay, this is what this means to me. And it could be totally off base, right? Yeah.
It's bad enough when I already, because it can happen without any sort of lingo.
Oh, yeah.
And just regular lyrics. I remember like that Lord song we covered.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And that was just about a relationship.
It was.
The big teeth,
Yeah.
But a shark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. There's lots of music even within the genres that I listen to where I'm trying to understand the meaning, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, take someone like Bob Dylan. He can be very, is the word obtuse or obscure or very esoteric, and people are sitting around trying to understand what he says. But with Bob Dylan, it's neat. I when he gave an occasional interview, they'd say, "Bob, but when you wrote this and this and this for this song, does it mean this and this and this?" And I think he said, it means whatever you want it to mean, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
That is an interesting thing in music outside of hip hop, like you're saying. With even one of my favorite examples of an artist being like reflected or self-reflecting on this point is the Beatles song "Glass Onion."
Yeah.
Right. It's a Glass Onion. They reference a lot of their previous work and saying how they thought that we were talking about this, but you're looking through a glass onion. You think there's layers to it, but it's really just gibberish.
Yeah, people are just dying to apply meanings that may not actually be there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or, like I said, if an artist says it means whatever you want it to mean. If the artist is, by writing those lyrics, he's encouraging you or motivating you to try and get some meaning of your own out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in a way, what is wrong with that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the purpose.
Because you have to interact with the art.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It can't. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But anyways, what do you? Yeah. So I was thinking. So, at one point, I was thinking during the first reaction, I was thinking, okay, a lot of expressing a lot of their confidence and how they can just tear anyone apart when it comes to rapping.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, so to what end are they saying this? Like, what is the point? I get it, but is there something else there, you know? But then I thought, like, is there some greater meaning or some more kind of almost
purpose,
more significant meaning maybe? But then I thought back to some of the music I used to listen to, the rock music, and sometimes it would just have a good beat, or the music would be great, and that was it. It was just purely a song that you listened to, and you thought, this is effing excellent. But if someone had asked me, so what does it mean? I'd have said, I don't effing know. It doesn't mean anything. It's just good music, right?
Yeah, or what it's trying to accomplish.
Yeah, it may just be trying to make you love the sound of the music and the way they combine all the different elements in the music, and that's it, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what I've got a little plane flying overhead. I'm not saying that that's what these guys are doing, but I imagine some people sit around and listen to this album and just get into the beat, and they just love it for that in and of itself. And for some people, it might be enough, right?
Yeah, it's.
So what do you think? Tell me what you think about it.
I mean, exactly regarding to what you just said.
Yeah.
I guess it's a little hard to draw some sort of cohesive meaning within it all, because it does seem disjointed, where they have that, like Cream or Tears, meaningful songs, amongst all of these the songs that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think that they're sort of trying to paint a picture of what their life is. Sometimes they do some reflection.
Oh yeah, I get that.
You know, like sometimes they do it.
And that's good.
Other times they don't. When they don't, they're freestyling, acting tough. But then you have those glimpses where even through the hardship or the freestyling that might be distraction from the hardships, they come back to it.
You know what?
So maybe you have to be a little bit
that.
patient.
Yeah.
But it is this, like, you're looking into their life.
I get that, actually. Yeah, because in some of the songs where they're being braggadocious, yeah, there might be a line that suddenly shows, hey, it's not just about being braggadocious.
Yeah, and not just that, it could be multiple songs, right? 3 songs in a row, possibly, especially near the front there, where they're just being braggadocious, and it's entertaining, but, they're not really, like you said, there's no real purpose to it all. But when you look at the whole picture and the whole album, the purpose might be to give you a taste of what their life is. Freestyling for a while, maybe a long time, to distract from it all,
right,
and see what their life is. I mean, they drop all those cultural references, right? That's showing their culture.
It is,
And then
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
go back to more of a, I mean, relative to them, it's very specific, but it has a more encompassing feel to it all, where even like you might like it, like Cream, right? Where it can
Yeah.
be felt by humans because we understand hardships,
Yeah.
and they have to reflect on that. So it's like it's jumping around, but that's
Yeah.
their life.
Right. I get. Yeah. Okay.
Even
Yep.
even in Cream, he says
Yep.
ends the verse with "Life is hectic," right? This album is pretty hectic. It's going all over the place, Old Dirty Bastard. You know, the members are taking their turns. It's competitive, and then you might have those moments of relief, or relief. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
relief, but
Well,
they look into
yeah,
themselves.
right, and also the snippets where they're just talking over top of one another. Hey, you motherfucker! You know, hanging out.
Yeah,
Those provide some moments of relief too, in a way.
yeah,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that I'm glad to hear that. That makes it more valid or something
yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I still understand though, even though with me saying this, it might not be your cup of tea, just because you have to go through all of those freestylish,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
songs to
Yeah.
get to the gems.
And I think you know, I'm looking at this. I'm referencing this album in terms of what the rap I've listened to up until now. And you have given me some songs I believe you felt were, well, I know you felt were kind of offered a gentle introduction into rap.
Yeah.
Some of the Tupac, Dear Mama changes.
Even the
Lupe Fiasco.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Ice Cube. It was a good day.
Yeah.
They have a
what's the
strong
name?
melody, a strong chorus.
Yeah.
And easy to understand.
Yeah, and they talk about, some of them do talk about being really hot on the mic. That's definitely an element, but there's so much else in those songs. Sorry guys, the camera cut out earlier today, and so we're back at it now, just finishing up. I guess I was saying that a lot of the rap songs that you've played for me up until now did have an element of that, you know, talking about how, or rapping about how good they were on a mic.
Yeah.
But there were other elements to it, to the songs, more than in the Wu-Tang album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, far more.
And then I enjoyed listening to the new Kendrick album.
Yeah, right.
And I think he did that as well, but it wasn't a dominant theme of the album at all, was it?
Not really. Not really. It was,
Yeah.
he did it a lot more subliminally,
Oh, okay.
because that album was about his journey towards sort of escaping
Yeah.
the situation he is with the fame and stuff like that,
Right.
and then returning a bit more enlightened,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, he's gained a new type of confidence,
Yeah.
one that's modest, but maybe one that he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why you enjoyed that quite a lot.
Yeah,
And this is why the Wu-Tang was a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah. That album, the Kendrick was more introspective, definitely.
Yeah,
About him and what his beliefs were and the life he'd led up until then and how he had changed.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not.
So more interesting for him.
It's not. We haven't done new rap, but it's not a theme that of expressing how good you are lyrically or at rapping. It's not a theme that has completely gone away.
Oh, okay.
It's been around right from the beginning,
Yeah.
and it still happens today.
Yeah.
It happens still about one's ability to rap, but happens more now about the things that they have materially. It happened back then, but there wasn't the same level of consumerism and amount of money in rap music back then.
Yeah.
So it sort of sprouted a new type of bragging,
Yeah.
one that most people would consider to be less artistic as a
Oh.
result, because you're not honing your skill, you're talking about external things to the music, like money and possessions.
Right.
But there
Yeah.
is a case to be made that rap music doesn't always have to stay that way, or
Right,
shouldn't have
right.
stayed that way. Or not shouldn't have, but it's a natural progression.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
that's
you
one
know-
aspect of it.
You know, a lot of music when it starts out, rock music in the 50s was very basic. The themes were very basic, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, by the late 70s, the themes had branched into all kinds of areas, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I like the album. I like that you told me more about the rationale behind the album.
Mm.
So that I think when I listen to it again, I'll listen to it and not try to analyze and look for a more profound meaning. I'll just enjoy and vibe out. Vibe out, is that an expression?
Yeah, it is.
To the music.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Just enjoy it. It's more of an entertaining album than one that's going to bring you to a new plane of existence, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are songs in there, like we've said, that
good.
are gonna
no Nirvana type
yeah.
experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Thanks, Kai.
Mm.
Thanks, guys, for dropping in. I really enjoyed sitting out here and just talking about some of the music we'd listened to. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, when we're actually doing the reactions, there's a lot to think about, and sometimes one forgets to mention it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after listening to the album, as everybody knows, or the song again, you know, you pick up on all kinds of things, lyrically, musically. So this gave us a chance to take things a little bit further, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thanks for stopping in. If you like this sort of discussion, we're definitely happy to do more of them, especially for the albums. So if you want to leave a comment or anything like that, just indicating whether this is good or bad. If it's bad, let us know too. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.